Cheerio, I'm Adam.
Cheerio, I'm Joe.
And together we're the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
This is our last London episode. Anything to declare, Joe?
Yeah, don't go to London. Just kidding. That's from Snatch.
Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole Rachel saying episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you too.
Hello, how are you?
Tickety-boo.
It's the last episode of season 4. You know what that means.
Next week is our season wrap-up bonus episode, baby!
And after that, our special Friends movie review. We've already done
The Whole 9 Yards with Maddie Perry.
Lisa Kudrow and Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
And David Schwimmer in A Big Nothing.
And then the week after, what will we be doing?
We'll be visiting Courtney Cox in Woodsboro.
What's your favorite scary movie?
The Shining. But we'll be watching Scream.
Yes! Before we get into this week's episode, last week, remember, we asked Lucy R. and we were like, hello, what's up with Chicken Kiev? And what is that called? Bubble and Squeak?
Bubble and Squeak.
So she replied. She sent us a message. So she said, hey, Misfits, we love Chicken Kiev in this household in Shropshire.
Right.
However, perhaps not for a wedding, ? Stinky breath, maybe?
Right.
And she said, Bubble and Squeak is delicious, usually made with mashed potato and cooked cabbage mixed together and made into a patty and then fried. So it's like a potato cake.
Right.
Excellent hangover food.
Oh.
Very helpful. Thank you, Lucy R.
Cabbage and potatoes sounds very British indeed.
All right. What are we doing this week?
This week we're doing the one with Ross's wedding, part 2.
Part 2. What is our IMDb plot?
Phoebe tries to warn the gang that Rachel is coming to London to tell Ross that she loves him. Ross and Emily's parents get into an argument over the bill for the wedding, and Monica and Chandler sleep together. Spoiler alert. The wedding ends with a gaffe.
All right, our episode director, who we talked about last week, was Kevin Bright.
Yep.
He's back again because, it's just one big episode.
Right.
But they broke it down into 2.
Right.
So I read an article about Kevin Bright after Friends.
Okay.
After Friends, he was kind of depressed, right? Because he went from working 60 hours a week on this really popular show to nothing.
Oh.
He separated from his wife.
Oh.
Don't worry, they get back together before the divorce is finalized.
Oh, okay.
And he moved to Boston. So one night, while taking in a Celtics game during halftime, he came upon the Perkins School for the Blind giving a performance. It caught Bright's attention. Who were these young people serenading the basketball masses? Walking through the concourse, he spotted an informational table as a pamphlet explained the school's history stretched a long way back to the 19th century.
Oh.
It had been a school that was attended for several years by Helen Keller.
Nice.
The objective was to take non-sighted young people and educate and mainstream them.
Okay.
Bright was moved. He picked up a donation envelope, quietly placed a check in it, and several weeks later, he received a call from the Perkins administrator, and they asked him if he'd be interested in volunteering at the school. And he said he was. Soon after that, a school leader asked him if he might do one better. Could he teach a filmmaking class?
Ooh.
After Friends, this is what Kevin did. He learned to introduce filmmaking to blind, most of them from birth, the art of filmmaking.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That is.
Yeah. And then he, stayed there for 6 years, went back to New York and reconnected with his wife, and they're still together.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was nice.
It was adorable.
All right. And our episode writers, we have a lot. Shanna Goldberg Meehan and Scott Silveri have the teleplay by, right? So I've mentioned several times that Scott and Shanna are married.
Right.
They met in college. Friends first, then dated. After their first date, they've been together ever since. Did you know that they kind of wrote Monica and Chandler after themselves?
Nice.
Scott said that there are many similarities. A guy who tells too many jokes with an improbably pretty girl. When they worked on Friends, their own lack of dating experience proved to be a handicap when pitching ideas in the writer's room, because they'd only dated each other.
Right.
There were 2 dating stories a week on that show, said Silveri, so they would often have to borrow from friends, but the Chandler and Monica relationship was a bit of a reflection of their own.
Oh, nice.
But that was sweet.
That's how they squeaked them in there.
Yeah. And then Jill Condon and Amy Tooman Strauss did the story by credit. So they co-wrote the earlier episode of the one with the embryos, which is considered one of the top TV episodes of all time.
Right.
And they are friends in real life. They were on a podcast recently and said they met in college at NYU. Friends and writing partners ever since then.
Nice.
They had a class together. They were paired together on a project and they didn't like each other at first. They were a little judgy of each other, but their differences complemented each other, made them great writing partners. And the whole podcast, they finished each other's sentences. I thought it was so cute.
Oh, very cute.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So when was our original air date?
Well, the original air date, like last week, was May 7th, 1998. And since I did the movies for last week's weekend box office,
Yeah.
and it's the last episode of season 4, I thought I'd do the top movies of the summer, 1998.
All right, let's hear them.
Okay. Number 10 was The Mask of Zorro.
All right.
You remember that one?
I do. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. And Anthony Hopkins. Remember him?
No.
Swashbuckling?
Really?
Yeah.
I do not.
Number 9, Mulan.
Okay.
Number 8, Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh, all right.
The weapon's rusty. Number 7, The Truman Show.
Oh, that's a really good movie.
Number 6, There's Something About Mary.
Very funny.
Number 5, Godzilla.
It has Hank Azaria in it, who plays
Right.
David, but
That's right.
not such a great movie.
Not such a good movie.
No.
No. I was kind of excited about that because most of the people in The Simpsons are in there.
Yeah,
But
not so
yeah,
great.
not so great. Number 4, Dr. Doolittle. That would be the Eddie Murphy one.
Oh, yeah, I never saw it.
Number 3, Deep Impact.
They talk about it in Friends.
Yeah. Number 2, Saving Private Ryan.
Also a very good movie.
Mm-hmm. And number 1, the other asteroid movie, Armageddon,
Yay!
starring Bruce Willis.
Very funny. Are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right. So Ross and Emily's marriage was originally planned to last longer when the writers wrote it. But Helen Baxendale did not wish to remain in America while pregnant. The writers could not script a convincing story for why Emily would not be seen, despite being married to Ross, so Baxendale was written out of the next season, making only 3 cameo appearances after the season premiere.
Yeah, she went back to Shropshire.
The restaurant where the pre-wedding meal is held is not named, but it's shown. It's called Interlude.
Yeah.
On a transition shot. The restaurant was sold to an Indian restaurant chain in 2000.
Aw, well, you can get a kebab.
When Joey gives this speech, he quotes from the theme to Cheers, which he watched in part 1.
Where everybody knows your line.
During the scene when everyone's entering the wedding hall, just before Judy's line, "Oh my God, it's like a fairyland,"
Yeah.
Jack and Steven can be seen arguing over the check in front of the foreground.
Oh, fun.
As of this episode, Chandler has now seen all 3 girls' boobies.
Oh.
The one with the boobies, Chandler walked in on Rachel topless after
Right.
a shower.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the football, Phoebe flashed Chandler to get a hold of the football.
Right.
And in this episode, Monica and Chandler slept together.
Right.
Hence, he saw Monica naked. And this was directly shown in the one with the truth about London later in season 7.
Right.
So he's seen
6
everybody's
boobs.
Yeah, everybody's boobs. It was confirmed by one of the show's producers, Greg Mallins, that Ross saying Rachel's name instead of Emily's at the altar came by accident.
Oh.
Because one time during the taping, David Schwimmer was supposed to say, "I have the cab waiting downstairs, Emily." But he messed up the line and said, "I have the cab waiting, Rachel.
Oh,
Since the writers at the time were trying to find a way to progress the story to write out Emily Baxendale, they decided that's what should happen.
That's a good one. Yeah, it happened during the ceremony.
Way to devastate that poor lady. The scene where Monica gets out from under the covers, the audience was so shocked that they screamed for a long time.
Oh.
And Matthew Perry and Courtney Cox had to hold the same position for 27 seconds. And that was so bad, they had to reshoot the scene multiple times.
You can't sit there for that long.
That's a long time. And the last one, Chandler and Monica sleeping together, was only supposed to be one night. We talked about that before. However, the response from the audience was so good that the producers decided to make them a permanent couple.
It does offset the Ross and Rachel thing. It kind of helps make that a little more manageable.
Even though everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for Ross and Rachel to get together. I'm thinking the whole time, I don't want them to get together. I want Chandler and Monica to get together. I know that's just me. All right. What were your episode reactions, Adam?
Well, I mean, we talked last week about how we recently watched all the Final Destinations.
Yeah.
And I kind of love this episode because it feels like the universe keeps giving them hints not to get married. The cellist with carpal tunnel, the demoed hall, Rachel's on her way, Ross sees her in her dress before the ceremony. There's just so many things because it was trying to stop what ended up happening. But it's like a train wreck, you know? Even though you know what's going to happen, you gotta watch. It's good, clean fun.
I love this episode, I have to agree. Finally, Monica and Chandler, what I've been waiting for. Joey and his bridesmaids, funny. The in-laws, the cringiest wedding I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Amazing lines, all of it good fun, and a great way to wrap up season 4.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some favorites.
Favorite line, Joe? What's your favorite line?
If you're planning on doing that throughout the entire flight, please let me know now so that I may take a sedative or perhaps slip you one. Hugh Laurie is amazing in this.
Amazing. And it's like hard to... This episode I really had trouble because you already picked that line.
I know.
The rest of his tirade he has later is all very good.
Yes.
And then I kept flipping around between a bunch of Chandler lines. So I ended up with Chandler, with a Chandler line. Well, I've never done that with you before.
That one is good. All right. Favorite moments. Come on. You have to ask when Monica comes out from underneath the covers.
Right.
It's amazing.
Right, it is. It's so surprising.
Yeah, especially if you like haven't watched it. Like the first time we watched it, we're like, woo.
And, you know, I'm going to go with the gentleman, Hugh Laurie. When he has finally had enough listening to Rachel and he has to step in and say something. You know, like I said, I couldn't pick the whole back and forth for best line, so I'm going to fit it in here, best moment. She's just a horrible, horrible person.
You do laugh, too, when he goes, I have to agree with your friend Phoebe. All right, favorite outfit. It's not Rachel's travel outfit. Come on. I mean, she has so many cute clothes.
Yeah.
She wore a brown sleeveless hooded sweatshirt and black sweatpants. Do better, Rachel. All right, so I had to go with Phoebe's little robe in the morning when she's talking to Joey and her cup of tea.
Right.
She's a little cutie.
Yeah. And I went with that bridesmaid's dress on Olivia Williams.
Yeah. Adam.
What? Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, themes we explored this episode. Theme 1, annoying someone on the plane with your story.
Oh, don't do that. Theme 2, why are Ross's parents paying for his second wedding anyway?
I don't get it. It's like, no. Theme 3, Monica and Chandler doing it in London.
London, baby. And theme 4, trying the old-fashioned way of getting a hold of someone.
Oh my God, poor Phoebe. She spent so long on that phone trying to get a hold of someone.
Just calling hotel phone numbers.
And Emily's house. And oh my God. When nowadays, a simple Adam, Rachel's on her way.
Rachel got on a plane, text.
Somebody do something. All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode.
I'd like to toast Ross and Emily. Of course, my big toast will be tomorrow at the wedding, so this is kind of my little toast, or Melba toast, if you will. Okay. I've known Ross for a long time. In fact, I knew him when he was going out with his first girlfriend, and I thought things were really going to work out for him until the day he overinflated her. Oh, dear God. So Ross met Emily because of our friend Rachel, who dated Ross for over a year and was actually the girl that Ross had a crush on all through high school. Ross was capital O, obsessed with Rachel for years and years and years.
Move on.
Oh, but anyway, Rachel worked with Emily's uncle, Paxton. Where are you, Paxton? Well, there he is. What show did you give Ross and Emily tickets to?
The Fledermaus.
Gesundheit.
He's not very good.
No, he's not funny at all. I'm sure we're all very excited that Ross and Emily are getting married at Montgomery Hall. I mean to think, my friend's getting married at Monty Hall. Oh, come on, Monty Hall. Let's make a deal. Come on, you people. All right, forget it. Congratulations, Ross and Emily. All right, we're back.
We're back. We open at the Waltham residence.
Yes.
The phone is ringing. The housekeeper, who's played by June Whitfield, who funnily enough plays Jennifer Saunders' mom on Absolutely Fabulous.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So Phoebe says, "Oh, yes, this is Emily's parents' house?" The housekeeper goes, "This is the housekeeper speaking. And by the way, young lady, that is not how one addresses a person on the telephone.
Oh, boy.
First, one identifies oneself, then asks for the person with whom one wishes to speak."
And then we have some cut lines betwixt these two right away. Phoebe asks, "What are you saying?" Like, she is legit confused. And then cranky Mary Poppins is like, "Now let's try that again, shall we?" And then the housekeeper hangs up, which is the ruder thing to do, nanny passive-aggressive, right?
Right.
Phoebe is shocked and appalled. She's like, "Oh, no, oh my God." And she redials. And this time, grouchy Poppins is like, "With the Waltham residence."
And then Phoebe says, "Hello, this is Phoebe Buffet. I was wondering, please, if it's not too much trouble, please, might I speak to Emily Waltham, please?" The housekeeper goes, "Miss Waltham is at the rehearsal dinner, and it's not polite to make fun of people. Goodbye."
Oh.
Phoebe goes, No, I'll be nice, I swear. "Could you just give me the number for where they are? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge that information." Phoebe goes, "Okay, somebody is on their way to ruin the wedding, okay? And I have to warn somebody, all right? So if you don't give me that number, then I'm going to come over there and I'm going to kick your snooty ass all the way to New Glockenshire."
Okay.
But there's a dial tone because the housekeeper has hung up.
Yes.
Phoebe's like, "Hello? Oh, ooh, she knew I could kick her ass. Q, I'll be there for you."
Oh, so cute. Now, is it to prove we're still in London or establishing shots of a red route master crossing Westminster Bridge with Big Ben in the background? Then we move on to the rehearsal dinner at a tiny-looking restaurant called The Interlude.
And I read it's more of an American tradition to have the rehearsal dinner, not a European thing.
Oh.
I mean, they're like, what's to rehearse?
Right, you go up there, you say the right name or you don't. Ross and Emily are standing in the reception area as Monica arrives with her parents. Monica hays, and Ross hugs his mommy and daddy as they enter, greeting them with a "Hi, Mom, Dad." And Mrs. Geller says, "Sweetheart, we're sorry we're late. My fault. I insisted on riding the tube." And Mr. Geller gasps, "Judy, the kids!" And Mrs. Geller explains to her husband, "Jack, that's what they call the subway." And Jack is like, "Oh, I thought you were sharing that as soon as we got to our room. You wanted to..." Ross and Monica are like, Dad, we got it.
We know what you thought, Dad.
We get it." Emily wants to stop thinking about that and announces, "Oh, here comes my dad and stepmom. Mr. and Mrs. Geller, this is Stephen and Andrea Waltham." Mr. Waltham is played by Tom Conti. He is an acting veteran who most recently played Albert Einstein in Oppenheimer.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
He was also the guy that talked Bruce Wayne out of that jail pit. He was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Yeah, get better, jump out the pit."
All right.
So he's like, hello, how do you do? Very nice to meet you." And Mr. W tries to get his wife's attention. Darling, it's the galas. But Andrea Waltham pays no attention as she is occupied on a cellular phone. She is played by the absolutely fabulous Jennifer Saunders. See what I did there?
Oh, yeah. She was an absolutely fabulous. Very good.
Thank you. Steve Waltham tries some more. Darling, it's the galas. And Andrea could not give a F. He continues, she's very self-absorbed, you know. I never should have married her. That got her. Now she looks all pissy at Mr. Waltham as she asks, sorry, what? And he's like, it's the galas. And she goes, where? And Mr. Waltham goes, well, there's one. And he points to Jack. And there's another one. And he points to Judy. And Mrs. Waltham expresses, lovely to meet you. And Mr. Waltham takes some papers from his jacket straight away and hands them to Jack, saying, terribly nice of you to offer to pay for half the wedding. And Mr. Geller takes the papers with a smile. Oh, forget it. To hell with tradition. We're happy to do it. And then Judy adds, we know how expensive weddings can be. Besides, this is the only wedding we may get to throw, as she pats Monica on the shoulder. Damn, Judy, that's some cold shit. Monica fake laughs. Ha ha ha. A joke that's funny in all countries. At the end of that exchange, they all break from the huddle as Ross directs the families to their tables.
Now we're over by Chandler and Joey. They're standing by the kitchen entrance, and a waiter comes out and offers Joey the tray. Joey asks, what's in it? Waiter goes, goat cheese, water chestnuts, and pancetta.
It's not bad.
Joey looks down. I know. I was thinking, oh, that sounds really good. Joey looks down disgustingly at the food. It sounds delish to me.
Yeah, but to be fair, 1998 Adam would have been like, what the hell is this?
Joey whining to the waiter, that's not food. No, I don't want it. Taps Chandler on the shoulder. Everything's different here. I want to go home.
Aww.
I miss my family. I miss the coffee house. I can't even remember what Phoebe looks like.
Oh, she's short and looks like a Russian man.
Joey looks like he's wearing Joey Sr.'s coat.
Yeah.
It is ginormous on him.
That's 90s fashion, baby.
Chandler assures Joey, it's been 3 days, okay? You're just a little homesick. Would you just try and relax? Just try to enjoy yourself. Joey points at Chandler. You're different here, too. You're mean in England. He's got a point there, Chan man.
Yep, he does have a point.
Chandler throws his hands up to his head in frustration, and they walk away from each other. We pan to the Geller family table. Ross, Monica, Jack, and Judy are there. Jack is looking at the wedding bill and goes, what the hell?
Oh.
Ross and Monica are, what's the matter? What's up, Dad? Jack points out the 10-page staple itemized bill for his half of the wedding. It's insane.
Yes, it is a little insane.
Judy asks, how could it be so much? The reception's at their house. Jack starts pointing items out on the bill. Flowers, liquor, recarpet first floor, new guest bath, landscaping. I'm paying to remodel this guy's house. Jack angrily gets up. I'm going to go give that son of a bitch a piece of my mind.
The fight over the bills seemed very old school sitcom to me.
Yeah.
Like the Flintstones and the Rebels had the same fight over Pebbles and Bam Bam's wedding.
The Flintstones. Now you're really going back.
Well, it does seem like one of their fights.
So Ross holds him back. Dad, please. Look, I don't want anything to upset Emily tonight, all right? She's had a hard enough couple of days as it is. Now here, let me go talk to him, okay? Jack says, and you tell him no one takes advantage of the Gellers. Mm-hmm. Judy coos, oh, Jack. Sometimes I forget how powerful you can be.
Oh, no.
They embrace and kiss passionately. Monica, looking nauseous, says, I'm going to go get drunk.
I caught this show before.
Yeah. Oh.
Now we're back at the airport set. We've seen this set more times this season than Chandler has worn sweater vests. But I'm not bitter about it. Rachel is hustling to the ticket counter. Oh, and she's like, hi. And the ticket agent, played by Jane Carr, gives a cheerful, hello. That I find a little bit terrifying, but maybe that's because she was Sister Serpent in Rob Zombie's 31.
Oh, man. All right.
Rachel returns the hello and asks, when's your next flight to London? The ticket agent does little ticket agent stuff on her computer before saying, there's one leaving in 30 minutes. Rachel replies, oh, good. And the ticket lady's like, and I do have one seat left. And then Rachel lavishes her with thank yous. Oh, thank you. And the agent of tickets informs Rachel, The last minute fare on this ticket is $2,700. And she slaps that big old smile on her punum. And Joe says, never mind, thanks, bye-bye.
Yeah, I would. But in a couple cut lines, Rachel asks the ticket person, how about 600? The ticket agent is like, sorry, toots. Rachel then tries to barter. How about 600 and these earrings? And the ticket agent flat out tells Rachel, they prefer if I didn't barter.
But it happens.
Not this time.
Rachel scrummages through her purse whining, oh, I just don't think I have enough left on my credit card. The ticket agent, always ready to help people spend their money, encourages, well, you can split it with another card. Rachel proposes, okay, how about 5?
Oh, my.
And Sister Serpent nods as Rachel hands her all of her credit cards. And Rachel says, oh, thank you to that purging experience. Then the ticket lady is like, oh, yeah, one more thing, nearly done, but I just need to see your passport. And Rachel is back to purse scrummaging. Okay, you know what? I don't have it, but I can tell you exactly where it is on my nightstand. But ticket lady purses her lips to that. Rachel tries again. But you know what? I have my driver's license and at 20. And she does that slide across the counter bribe thing that they do on TV. But this is a British ticket agent with dignity, and she cannot be bribed, so she slides that 20 right back across the counter at Rachel.
And then I love how she just tosses all 5 of the credit cards back at her.
There you go.
All right, so we're back at the interlude for the rehearsal dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Ross is at the Walthams' table discussing this bill. Rothfuss's serious negotiation face and voice says, look, face it, my father is not going to pay you for the built-in barbecue. Yeah. And believe me, you can kiss your gazebo goodbye.
Oh.
And Jack is seething on the other table in the background. You can see him like staring at them.
Yeah, they look pissed.
Ross continues, now I might be able to get you the new lawn. And Mr. Waltham says, well, then you have to give us the lawn ornaments. Ross explains, I go back there with lawn ornaments. He's going to laugh in my face.
Right, you tried to get him to pay for their yard gnomes? That's pretty low.
Yeah. Mrs. Waltham starts to get angry. This is ridiculous. I mean, we had an agreement. Will you say something, Stephen, please? Mr. Waltham says, don't take that tone with me. And she gives him a, what the fuck did you just say to me look?
Mm-hmm.
And he quickly adds, all right, you can. And he looks over at Ross and shrugs.
Now back to the States, Monica and Rachel's. Phoebe's alone and dialing the phone, still trying to reach people. I don't know why she just doesn't text someone. But Rachel runs in the door with a, hi, Phoebes. Rachel keeps running into her bedroom while Phoebe, feeling relieved, says, oh, thank God you changed your mind. Look, I know you probably want to be alone and you want to talk about it, and that's fine. But I just want you to know that you were doing the right thing. And then Rachel comes running right back through the living room, now armed with her passport, and says, bye, Phoebes. Phoebe now panics and tries to get up. Wait, where are you going? What are you doing? Wait, no. But Phoebes is weighed down by 3 of her brother's spawn and can't get up. God, why am I always pregnant when she does that?
All right, we're back at the rehearsal dinner at the interlude. Chandler, Joey, Ross, Emily, Monica, and all the bridal party are seated at the table. Chandler stands up to make a toast, and there's a cut little bit where he clinks his glass, but his napkin is still in the glass, so it doesn't make any sound. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So he gets mad and takes out the napkin and then clinks his glass again. Chandler gives his little toast. I'd like to toast Ross and Emily. Of course, my big toast will be tomorrow at the wedding, so this is kind of my little toast, or Melba toast, if you will. No one in the room laughs. He starts to get flustered. Okay, I've known Ross for a long time. In fact, I knew him when he was going out with his first girlfriend. Ross starts to look embarrassed. And I thought things were going to work out until the day he overinflated her. He laughs.
Yeah.
Jack looks at Judy and no one in the room laughs. So Chandler goes, oh, dear God.
Yeah.
And then the cellular phone rings.
Yes.
Mrs. Waltham answers, hello, Waltham Interiors.
And bam, just like that, I realized the new Mrs. W works at an interior design company. It was a scam just to get them paid for
all the remodeling. God.
Boom.
I had no idea. That is crazy. Phoebe.
That's why they're doing all that stuff to their house. 'Cause
Oh, she
she
works
was
for
like,
an interior
we can
designer.
do this.
Oh my gosh. Adam solved the unsolved mystery. But we still don't know why Chandler's grumpy. But
Yeah.
anyway, Phoebe's on the other end of the phone and she's fixing a sandwich. She has a platter of meats and cheeses, like you
Yeah.
would fix for a party.
Right.
It's a party of Phoebe. Phoebe frantically says, "Oh, hi, Miss Waltham. I need to speak to either one of the best men or Ross's sister, Monica." Mrs. Waltham asks, "Who is this?" Phoebe goes, "Oh, I'm Phoebe Buffet. I'm one of Ross's best friends."
And then we have a couple lines.
Mhm.
Mrs. Waltham asks Phoebe, "Where did you get this number?" And Phoebe replies, "I got it from your maid. She's a bitch, but I wore her down."
Mrs. Waltham asks, "Well, if you're one of Ross's best friends, why aren't you here?"
Mhm.
Good question. Phoebe says, "Yeah, I can't fly. I'm having my brother's babies." Now I get how funny this is, and in general sense, but when you're trying to frantically talk to someone, is that a poignant tidbit to include?
But this is Phoebe. She won't let a chance go by to weird somebody out.
But she doesn't get what she wants.
Yeah.
Mrs. Waltham asks, "Oh, am I on the radio?" So this was part of the trivia I saved for this part. There is a reference to the practice in the UK where radio stations would place prank phone calls to people and then play their confused responses from the victims over the air.
They would do that in America, too.
Did they?
Yeah, it's not funny.
It's not. No. Phoebe, confused, says, "No, can I talk to one of them? It's very, very important." Mrs. Waltham says, "No, I'm bored of you now. I'm going to cut you off." And she hangs up.
Uh-oh.
Phoebe goes, "Oh, I'm going to have to kick her ass too." We get back to Chandler. So I have no idea what he's been saying this whole time, but he continues with the toast. "It must have been painful since we broke away to listen to Mrs. Waltham for a while."
Right.
And I'm sure we're all very excited that Ross and Emily are getting married at Montgomery Hall. I mean, to think my friend is getting married at Monty Hall. Oh, come on, Monty Hall. Let's make a deal. Come on, you people. All right, forget it. Congratulations, Ross and Emily. And then he sits down.
I'm kind of glad he didn't have to give another speech the next day.
So I looked up Monty Hall because we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually did this on Mythbusters, remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's called the Monty Hall problem.
Yeah.
The Monty Hall problem is a probability puzzle based on the game Let's Make a Deal, right?
Yeah.
Where a contestant chooses one of three doors, one concealing a car, the other two concealing goats.
Goats? Was it always goats?
I guess, I don't know.
Oh, I don't think it was always goats.
After the contestant picks a door, the host, Monty Hall, who knows what's behind each door, opens one of the remaining doors to reveal a goat. The contestant is then given the option to switch to the other unopened door, but the
Right.
surprising solution is that switching the door doubles the probability of winning the car.
Right.
And they tested that on the Mythbusters, and it was true.
Yeah,
It was fun.
it was fun. Mythbusters, baby!
Then the boring toasts continue. Joey says, "Hey, best man number 2, Joey Tribbiani. Now, I'm not as good with the jokes like Chandler here."
Oh, I do love Chandler's what the hell reaction to that. Like, why? You're making it worse.
But I just wanted to say congratulations to the happy couple. I first met Ross in the coffee house back home. Joey chokes up. "Home, New York City, where everyone knows my name. Well, anyway, I love you guys, but not as much as I love America."
Oh, boy.
He turns to Chandler. "Could we please go home now?" The other bridesmaid, Felicity, played by the lovely Olivia Williams, puts her arms around Joey and says breathily, "Are you going home? I was hoping to get to know you better." Oh my God. Joey immediately recovers, puts his arm around her and says, "I'm not going anywhere, sweetheart." Later that evening at the rehearsal dinner, Chandler and Monica are sitting together. Chandler is covering his face in embarrassment because he's reliving his horrible toast.
Yes.
Well, Monica assures him he was laughing while patting his leg. Chandler says, "Out loud."
Out loud. Which was almost my favorite line, too.
It was Monica explains, "Well, I didn't want everyone to think I was stupid."
Oh, that can't make you feel good. Now, if Chandler were cranky after this, it makes sense.
Right. Chandler asks, "So, how you doing?" Monica shares, "Well, my mother's driving me crazy, but Ross is getting married. I'm happy, and I'm not going to let anything spoil that." And then we see a drunken man approaching them. Drunk man, played by Heathcote Williams, stops by to say to them,
I just want to say that Ross is a wonderful young man.
and Monica jokingly says, well, thanks, we like him. The drunk man is flabbergasted.
My God, he must have been a teenager when you had him.
Monica stares straight forward after the comment. Ross and Emily's parents are seated at a table, and Ross is between them, and they're all discussing the wedding bill. Jack yells, there's no way in hell I'm paying for it. Ross is frustrated and says, look, we're down to just 1 point. Could we please maybe just settle it after the wedding? Jack says, all right, fine, but I just want to say I'm not paying for your wine cellar, you thieving, would-be speaking German if it weren't for us. Cheap little man.
And that makes me think of a fish called Wanda. You know, Kevin Kline was kind of making fun of John Cleese in the kind of the same way.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
We should watch A Fish Called Wanda later.
We should. It's a fun movie. So Judy is nodding her head at every word Jack is saying. I love it. You watch her?
Yeah.
It's really funny. And the Walthams look shook as Jack and Judy get up and leave. Jack is going to get laid tonight.
That's right. Somebody is riding the tube again later.
Judy loves it. We go back to Chandler trying to console Monica, and he explains, the guy was hammered, okay? There's no way you look like Ross's mother. Monica says, then why would he say it? Chandler says, because he's crazy, okay? He came up to me earlier and thanked me for my very moving performance in Titanic. Somebody loves Titanic. That's twice they've mentioned it in the last 3 episodes.
It was a very popular movie.
It was very. Monica laments, oh, my mother's right. I'm never going to get married. Chandler pshaws. You know what? Who wouldn't want you?
Seconded.
I know. Monica whines, oh, please, I'm a single mom with a 30-year-old son.
Then we have ourselves an entire cutscene back at the airport. They really wanted to make them use that set. I don't think it comes back next season either.
No, I don't think so.
Rachel scampers back up to the ticket counter saying, I'm back. Listen, I need to... But the ticket agent has to respond with their standard greeting or the universe will implode. Says, hello. Rachel's like, hello. I need to get on that 11 o'clock flight. And the ticket lady informs Rachel, oh, I'm afraid that plane has already pulled away from the gate. And Rachel tries to get her Karen on here.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? You're going to have to call that plane and tell them to swing around and come pick me up. And the ticket lady responds with, I can't do that. And Rach tries to talk her into it like it's a secret plan. Sure, you know what? Come on, we'll tell them there was something like a problem with the engine. And she does a little finger quotes around engine. And the airline lady gives Rachel a sourpuss look here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to step aside, miss. Rachel desperately begs, look, if I don't get to London, he's going to marry that other girl. And the ticket lady is like, I can't imagine why. Rachel tries to be demanding. All right, you know what? I'm not leaving here until you call that plane back. And she pounds her hand twicely upon the counter. And the ticket lady counters that move by placing a close sign on the counter and tapping it twice, thus mocking Rachel's demands. Back in the United Kingdom at the London Marriott, we are in Chandler's hotel room. Chandler has his head poking out of the covers as Ross bursts into the room. Ross screams elated, I'm getting married today, woohoo! And Chandler says, good morning, Ross. And Ross shouts again, I'm getting married today. Chandler encourages, yeah, you are. And Ross yells, ah, woohoo! And he runs back out the door. And that's when the covers are thrown down to reveal Monica in bed next to Chandler. And they both appear to be Starkies under there. Monica says the amazing,
do you think you knew I was here?
and the audience goes wild. Boom! Plot twist! Chandler and Monica stare at the door, hoping that their secret is safe. Quick commercial, and we're plunged right back into that hotel room. Chandler and Monica are both laying in bed together, clutching the covers up in front of them. They both seem a little bit uncomfortable with the situation at this point, and are avoiding eye contact. Chandler admits, well, I've never done that with you before. And Monica agrees, saying, nope. Chandler asks, so, how are you? How, you okay? And Monica replies, yep, you? And Chandler admits, yes. He asks, you? And then they finally look at each other, and Chandler realizes, we did you.
Always thought that had a double meaning. Oh.
Monica knows that she has a lot to do, and other people will be showing up here soon, so she says, well, I better get going. And Chandler agrees with that. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Smart. And Monica starts to scoot toward the side of the bed and asks Chandler, could you not look? Monica's only in her birthday suit under there. Chandler tries to help the awkwardness of the whole situation by saying, I don't want to look. I'm not sure that helped with the awkwardness.
All right, we see a Virgin Atlantic flight to London that Rachel is on.
Is this a later flight? Normally, if the ticket buying doesn't work out, you don't end up on the plane.
Yeah, I'm assuming she got a later flight,
Yeah.
which is why she walks in right before the wedding.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
Rachel says, oh, as she rhythmically taps her hands on the magazine on her lap.
Oh, yeah.
It says the passenger next to Rachel, but we all know it's the wonderful Hugh Laurie.
Yes.
Way before he was known as the sarcastic Dr. House.
Yes.
He goes, excuse me. She goes, yeah. If you're planning on doing that throughout the entire flight, please let me know now so I'd be able to take a sedative. Or perhaps slip you one.
Bravo, sir.
I think I would have had to move if she was doing that next to me.
Yeah.
Rachel explains, oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. She hums and sighs happily. It's just, I'm kind of excited, but I'm going to London to tell this guy I love him. And he puts his headphones on to ignore her.
But it's the eye contact before he slips those headphones on. He looks straight at her to say without saying, I'm going to be ignoring you now.
Yes, it's amazing. So we cut back to London, the Marriott. Joey enters the hotel room. It's obviously the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
We hear Chandler in the shower.
Yes.
The phone is ringing when he walks in, so Joey answers, hello? Phoebe shouts angrily, hey, where the hell have you been?
Don't.
Joey explains, hey, I spent the night out. I met this cute bridesmaid. She is so... Phoebe shouts, I don't want to hear about her. Joey assures her, oh, Phoebe, you know you're still my number one girl. Did you know there's a rumor going around on the internet that Joey and Phoebe secretly hooked up through the whole series?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, not in real life, but in the show.
Right,
that,
right.
Like, they think
They would
that...
occasionally get together and...
I just thought that was funny.
It makes sense a little bit.
Phoebe shouts, no, we have an emergency, okay? Rachel's coming to London. Joey, confused, goes, oh, great. And Phoebe's still shouting, says, no, it's not great. No, she's coming to tell Ross that she loves him. Joey says, confused, but he loves Emily. I know that. You have to stop her. She's going to ruin the wedding. Joey understands and says, okay.
Right.
Phoebe, all right. Okay. So I'm done my part. Okay. It's your responsibility now. The burden is off me, right?
Right. And then we have a little Tribbiani cut bit here. Joey says, hold on. And he picks up his London Marriott notepad and mumbles, Rachel coming, do something. As he writes that down.
And Joey says, right. Phoebe relaxes and says, oh, so tell me about this girl. So there's a commercial and we're right back up to the guy's hotel room.
Right. And the scene starts with a little more cut Tribbiani. Joey's sitting on the bed thinking about the note from Phoebe, and he's tapping the notepad with a pen and staring off into space. He says, do something. Something.
Chandler then comes out of the bathroom in a robe and socks. Why is he wearing socks in the bathroom?
How should I know? I don't wear socks in the bathroom.
They greet each other with haze, and Joey asks, have you seen Monica? Chandler gets very defensive. I'm not seeing Monica. Joey's confused. What? Chandler goes, what?
What?
Joey explains, look, we've got to find her. Phoebe just called. Rachel's coming to tell Ross she loves him. Chandler goes, oh my God. Joey agrees, I know. That's why we have to find Monica. Do you know where she is? Chandler shouts, no, okay? What's with the third degree? Why don't you just shine a light in my eyes? Joey looks totally confused.
Right, he's like, I'm not understanding any of this. So we're back aboard Virgin Atlantic flight, whatever. And Rachel's telling her story to the passenger across the aisle on her left. And Hugh Laurie, or the gentleman, is still wearing his headphones. Rachel is wrapping up her version of the R&R events. So then I realized all the stuff I'd been doing, proposing to Joshua, lying to Ross about why I couldn't come to the wedding, all of it was just a way of, but Hugh has had all he can stand and he can't stand no more. So he cuts in. Can I interrupt? I'm sorry, but you are a horrible, horrible person. And Rachel is like, pardon me? And Hugh explains, You say you love this man. You're about to ruin the happiest day of his life. I'm afraid I have to agree with your friend Phoebes. By the way, Hugh Laurie saying Phoebes is one of my most favorite things in this life. And then he ends it with, this is a terrible, terrible plan. Rachel espouses, but he has to know how I feel. And Hugh asks, but why? He loves this Emily person. No good could come of this. And Rachel blows that off. Well, I think you're wrong. And Hugh fakes exasperation, going, oh no. And then he bites his fist as if to say, oh, how will I ever live now?
And then in the cut line, Rachel says, well, he doesn't really love her. It's just a rebound thing for me. You'll see. And Hugh's cut response is, fortunately, I won't.
Before he puts his headphones back on, Hugh adds one more thing. And by the way, it seems perfectly clear that you were on a break. Which, again, was another one of my almost favorite lines.
Yes. Because none of her friends will say anything.
Rachel gasps. And he happily puts his headphones on to listen to his own blues album, probably.
Aw, I love that album.
Next, we're at the Rubble building where Ross and Emily are to be married. And Judy, Andrea, and Monica enter together. And Judy says, oh my God, it's like a fairyland. And Mrs. Waltham agrees? I know, it's horrible, isn't it? Monica goes, well, I love it. I only hope my wedding has this London airstrike feel to it. And Judy starts, I just hope that, but Monica suggests to her mother, you can let some of them go by. Then the blocking has Judy and Andrea go to the front of the chapel so Joey can approach Monica for some more dialogue. He whispers, psst, Monica, all right, we really need to start looking out for Rachel. I'll cover the front door. You watch that big hole at the back of the building, and I got Chandler covering Ross. And Monica snaps, why would he even care where Chandler is? You know, sometimes I don't even like Chandler. And Joey says, okay, to that odd response before they both go to man their positions. Ross and Chandler are up by the altar, and Ross practices, I do, I do, I do. And afterwards, he looks at Chandler, who confirms, oh yeah, you're right, it's the second one. And Ross nods, right. That's not the part he should have been practicing.
Yeah, right. Oh. All right, so we find Joey at the front entrance of the half-brick building, watching for Rachel. The bridesmaid he met at the rehearsal dinner comes in. Felicity says in a sexy voice, hello, Joey. Joey says, hey, Felicity. She slides up to him and says, I thought about you all day. Joey gets excited. Yeah? Felicity smiles and says, talk New York to me again. Joey in his best New York accent, forget about it. Felicity giggles, how you doing? Felicity moans, pushes him up against the wall, and they begin to kiss. Joey's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, back inside the chapel, well, sort of, because it's in the alley. The parents are still fighting over the bill as Ross moderates. Judy is firmly stating, there's nothing to discuss. We're not paying for your wine cellar. And Mr. Waltham pleads, you have to meet me in the middle here. And then Jack Geller closes the distance between the two men and says straight into his face, hey, you keep pushing me on this, my foot's going to meet the middle of your ass. And Ross yells, Dad. Upon hearing the row, Emily comes running in asking, what's going on? And Ross assures her, nothing, everything's under control. Mr. Waltham tries poking the bear, telling Jack, you want a piece of me, sir? Is that what you're saying? You want a piece of me? And Ross steps in between the warring parents. Okay, that's it. Montagues, Capulets, back off. All right, this is our wedding day. From now on, everyone gets along, and if I hear one more word, no grandchildren. And then he points at his mommy, telling her, that's right. Jack says, okay. And Mr. Waltham tells Jack, sorry, old boy, sorry. But as they walk away, Mr. Waltham mumbles the very funny, I could kill you with my thumb, you know.
I do love that.
Emily asks Ross, what was that all about? And Ross sighs. It was a disagreement over and then Ross notices her in her wedding dress and goes, oh my God, you look beautiful. And Emily giggles, oh. And then she realizes there are superstitions attached to this very scenario. Oh, you're not meant to see me before the wedding. It's bad luck. But Ross soothes his bride-to-be, saying, you know what? I think we've had all the bad luck we're going to have. And they kiss and hug.
So we're back at the front entrance, and Joey and his bridesmaid are still up against the wall kissing. Rachel comes in the door and walks by Joey unnoticed.
She just zooms by.
I know, like flies right by him.
She'd have more of a hard time if he weren't there.
So she walks into the chapel and sees Ross and Emily kissing. She looks as though she wants to cry. Emily walks away, and Ross turns and sees Rachel standing there. Ross goes, "My God, Rachel!" He walks toward her, grasps her hands, and kisses her on the cheek. "You're here. I can't believe it. What happened? Why are you here?" Rachel's now teary-eyed and verklempt and says, "Well, I just came. I just needed to tell you." She looks into his eyes, takes a deep breath. "Congratulations."
Aw.
And they hug.
Joe's crying.
I had to get myself in that cry face. And it just took over.
It just took over. Yeah, you can't do a little cry. You're either all the way in or none at all. The camera fades to one of the band members playing the guitar at the wedding, and the chapel is full of guests. It feels all romantic-y. And some D-bag escorts Olivia down the aisle.
Let it go.
Joey is waiting at the rear to escort Mrs. Waltham when her cellular phone rings. Mrs. Waltham answers the phone, which is rude. "Hello, Waltham Interiors."
Mrs. Waltham, hi, it's Phoebe again.
I like Mrs. Waltham asks, "Why?"
Phoebe pleads. "Yeah, can I please talk to one of the best men? This is going to be the last time, I promise."
And Mrs. Waltham tells Joey there's a girl on the phone for you as she slaps it against his chest. Joey's like, "Oh, great. Hello?" At hello, Joey begins leading Mrs. W down the aisle.
"Joey, it's Phoebe. Did you stop Rachel?"
And Joey tells her, "No, but it's okay. She just came in and gave him a hug. That's it."
So nothing got ruined?
"Not yet."
Oh, that's so great. Oh, so what's going on now?
So Joey explains, "I'm walking down the aisle, still walking," and he puts Mrs. Waltham in her seat.
And in a cut bit, Joey says, "I'm about to pass the bridesmaid I hooked up with last night." Looking at the bridesmaid, Joey goes, "Hey." And then talking to Phoebe, Joey says, "I told her, hey."
Joey then tells Phoebe, "And I'm at the front with Ross." And he holds up the phone out and tells Ross, "It's Phoebe." And then into the phone he says, "He looks pretty mad. I better go." But Phoebe begs, "No, wait. Please hold it up so I can listen." So Joey looks at Ross, and then he kind of moves into a spot and holds the phone up above Ross's shoulder so Phoebe can hear.
And we talked about this because we watched it right before he came up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why Ross is so upset. It's like, he's so like, this is so formal. You can't like do
Right.
anything or say anything. It's like,
People get weird about the
I
weddings.
know,
And
it is weird.
like I said, we would have had a box all ready for Phoebe so she could have listened in. We're just going to put a mic here and...
So we're continuing the procession. Chandler escorts Monica down the aisle. As they're walking, Chandler leans into Monica and says, "What we did last night was..." And Monica answers, "Stupid." And Chandler continues, "Totally crazy stupid."
Correct, yes.
He nods his head as the people are seated. He's
Yeah.
smiling. And Monica continues, "What were we thinking?" Chandler asks, "I'm coming over tonight, though, right?" Monica, without hesitation, goes, "Oh, yeah, definitely."
I'm glad they dropped that right away.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend like it didn't happen. They
Right.
just went right into the...
Oh, no.
I'm coming over it again, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Once they're in place, here comes the bride starts to play, and everyone seated looks back at Emily as she's being escorted up the aisle by her father. Just a lovely, lovely, wonderful day where nothing could ever go wrong. Emily kisses her papa on the cheek and takes her place by Ross's side. The officiant says, "Friends, family, we are gathered here to celebrate the joyous union of Ross and Emily. May the happiness we share with them today be with them always. Now, Emily, repeat after me. I, Emily,
I, Emily,
take thee, Ross,
take thee, Ross,
as my lawful wedded husband, in sickness and in health, until death parts us.
as my lawfully wedded husband, in sickness and in health, until death parts us."
Then the padre is like, "Now, Ross, repeat after me and pay super close attention because it can be quite tricky." I, Ross.
I, Ross,
And the padre enunciates, and he does best not to stutter as he says, Take the Emily.
Take the Rachel.
So first, Emily looks like somebody dumped one of those huge orange Gatorade things full of ice water on her. Like the sporting events.
Yes. She is shocked.
She looks like she wants to say, "What the bloody hell did you just call me?" Then we see shots of all our friends' faces who have looks of shock upon them. And even Phoebe back at home on the phone is like, what the fuck just happened? Ross, seeing the look of shock on Emily's face, realizes what he just said and quickly adds, Emily. He kind of chuckles a little bit. Emily. And Rachel looks all around, as shocked as the rest of us. Then the Padre here is looking, and I'm sure feeling quite awkward. He looks at Emily and asks, shall I go on? And that, dear friends, is the end of season 4. Cut and print.
Woo! We're going to take another short break. We'll be right back. And then, so I realized all this stuff I had been doing, bedding the apartment, wearing my cheerleader outfit, wearing lingerie to dinner, proposing to Joshua, lying to Ross about why I couldn't come to the wedding, was all just a way of...
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I interrupt? I just want to say that you are a horrible, horrible person.
Pardon me?
You say that you love this man, yet you're about to ruin the happiest day of his life. I'm afraid I have to agree with your friend Phoebe. This is a terrible, terrible plan.
But he has to know how I feel.
But why? He loves this Emily person. No good can come from this.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Oh, no. Look at my bollocks.
Well, he doesn't really love her. I mean, it's just a rebound thing for me. You'll see.
Fortunately, I won't. I'm having tea with Stephen Fry later. And by the way, it seems perfectly clear that you were on a break.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
What did we learn from this episode?
What did you learn, Joe?
Hugh Laurie is amazing. He gets it. He doesn't need to debate weren't they on a break. It's very clear to him. He was there to say the things the other friends couldn't, so that by the time Rachel saw Ross and Emily, she knew she couldn't say anything. Yeah. Bravo.
I was getting the impression that he was saying a lot of the things that the audience was always saying about Rachel.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it so fun. But I learned that Monica had the ability to cheer Chandler right up. And a little slip of the tongue can get you in a lot of trouble. Right, Ross?
All right, what are your final thoughts on this episode, Adam?
Well, I enjoyed London, both here and IRL. And to be in the minds of R&R, that just must be exhausting.
Yeah. I'm so glad Monica and Chandler got together. It was so evident all 4 seasons that they had a connection. So glad the UK audiences screamed so loud that they decided to keep the relationship going. I'm so excited for season 4 recap and our friend's movie, Scream.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So we ended this year with a sweater vest count of...
2.
2. Just 2 sweater vests.
Just 2 from that season.
Wow.
Yeah, a new record low. It's going to be hard to get under 2.
And we have no Magnadoodle tracker again because we didn't go to the guy's apartment.
Right, because we're in London.
So what is our rating for this episode?
It's 9.1 out of 10 stars with 7,300 ratings.
All right. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's a high-rated episode.
High-rated episode.
I didn't have any write-ins, but I found this one online. It was really funny, so I thought I'd share it.
Okay.
All right. I love this episode, but I was aghast at what Ross did at the end. I was amazed and horrified about Chandler and Monica hooking up. At the time, of course. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Monica with her obsessiveness and bossiness and Chandler's issues with commitment. I felt it was like a recipe for disaster. Mm-hmm. Even with season 3 flashback and the episode where Chandler tried to prove he was boyfriend material.
Yeah.
I felt they would be even worse than Ross and Rachel, whom I never approved of.
Approved of? Who wrote this? The Queen?
Because their relationship would all be based on sex only and they would end up fighting a lot.
Yeah.
The next season and the ones after proved me wrong, of course.
Yeah.
Elliot Gould was very funny with the "you thieving would-be speaking German if not for us cheap little man" line.
Yeah.
I know my history, so I kept rewinding that part so I would laugh again and again.
Well, never mind. The Queen didn't write that.
Christina Pickles was funny too, but while I don't really like how Judy Geller, treats Monica.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh
But
Laurie.
she got to be funny in this because she
yeah.
wasn't really with Monica all the time.
Right.
She got to do other things.
She got to pick on her just a little bit. But Hugh Laurie was great as the man on the plane who tells Rachel what he thinks of her. A horrible person. It was nice seeing him unsmiling and grumpy and telling Rachel what she was doing was selfish and agreeing that she and Ross were on a break. Chef's kiss. I thought that was a fun review.
Yeah.
All right. So what's coming up next week?
Next week is, let me see, season 3. Next week's going to be the season 4 bonus episode.
And what is our synopsis?
Who had the most best outfits? Which character had the most favorite quotes for the season? How long will it take to tally up this massive sweater vest count? Find that out and a couple other things next week.
Yay! I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It always gives us something different to do.
Yeah. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
I am ready.
All right. We started watching The Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah.
But you had already watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes those, I really, really liked all the other ones. And I really like Mike Flanagan.
Right.
I must have been in my period. I don't want to watch anything.
Yeah, it was a little bit, yeah.
Sorry. But it's good. We just started watching that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because we saw pictures of Brad Pitt filming the sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So
right, The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
So it's all based on his character, apparently.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. It's so good. Yeah. It's really good. The
Fun
end
dialogue,
is just
fun story,
crazy.
fun characters. Yeah.
The fight scene at the end.
So fun.
Especially Brad Pitt playing high. It's so funny. He's done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Floyd.
Right. And Floyd was right. Fucking kick your ass. Man.
That's right. He did. Anything else? Oh, we watched some true crime, 3-episode thing on Gabby Petito.
Yeah. Which I didn't know a lot about that
I
story.
didn't either. It's really weird. It's really weird. Yeah.
It could have been 2 episodes.
Yeah. But the ending is fucked up. What his parents did was fucked up.
Yeah, his parents were fucking
And
psychos.
I still don't believe that they walked right into the woods and were like, there he is.
Right.
That just, after they'd been looking for how long?
Right.
A week of searching. Yeah, it was crazy. If you get a chance, watch it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
We have an exciting weekend this weekend.
Well, we'll be going to see 9 Inch Nails in concert this weekend.
Yes, the
so-
first time we've ever got to see them.
Yeah.
You've been following them for a really long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But that's really exciting because
Right.
I'll be happy. It's for Adam's birthday, which isn't this weekend, but it's in celebration for his birthday. So we'll tell you all about that when we're talking really loud after we've been to the concert for a couple of hours.
That's really good.
Anything else?
No.
All right, you ready to wrap this up and let these people out of here? We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
And if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, pick your favorite episode. Send us your musings, and we will share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Come on, we'd like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
You can email us at the maladjustedmisfits@gmail.com.
Or we're hosted on Buzzsprout. If you'd like to help us with our costs, you can visit the page, click the donate button. You can send us fan mail through Buzzsprout. We're lots of ways to talk to us. Do any of those and we'll give you a shout out.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the links in the show notes. The pages are called The One Where We Talk About Friends. Also, don't forget we have a store on TeePublic. If you have a Friends shirt you've always wanted, send us your idea. We got a new one coming up that we're trying to work on. London, baby!
London, baby!
Also, Adam has worked really hard to catch us up and getting all of our podcasts on YouTube with all of the memes that he makes. So if you're not, able to listen to it by your phone and you want to listen to it on your computer, or you can download it on YouTube. So
Right.
It's the Maladjusted Misfits, the one where we talk about friends.
Yeah, that is correct.
All right.
All right, Joe, you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. We did you.